Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I am nearing the end of my gay movie marathon and I'm down to The Object of My Affection, which always felt like sort of like a poor man's My Best Friend's Wedding. But after watching the two films back to back, they really don't have a lot in common. Aside from the whole female with gay friend, that's about it. It has more in common with The Next Best Thing, really, which did follow this a couple of years later. Now, the film came out in 1997. I thought it came out in 1998. But yeah, it cost $15 million, which is a bit less than My Best Friend's Wedding, which cost $38 million, but only made $46.9 million as opposed to my Best Friend's Wedding, which made $299 million. It was huge. This one is, it does feel more TV movie direct to video sort of, but it's probably just the lighting. It may just be the print that's on the DVD. It might have looked much different in the cinema. But yeah, it stars Jennifer Aniston as Nina and Paul Rudd as, I've forgotten his name. I'm so bad with that. George. Basically they meet, they befriend each other. She accidentally tells him his relationship is over because she was sitting next to his boyfriend the whole night, who was basically talking about him moving out, and she had a room. So he does end it with him, and he moves in with her. They become very close friends, and eventually she falls in love with him. She gets pregnant with her boyfriend. She was with someone at the time, but he was an a-hole. She gets pregnant, and at the end of the day she asks him to raise the child with her, and he agrees to. And the boyfriend doesn't bow out gracefully, but he does ultimately. And they plan to raise the child together, but then he falls in love with a student who's kind of in a relationship with an older man who he kind of accepted a non-sexual sort of mentor style relationship. Yeah, they kind of try and be discreet, but it doesn't really work. Nina is kind of annoying actually, because she does, at least she admits it at the end. She says, I don't care about you. I just wanted you to be the husband I wanted. I wanted you to fall in love with me and look at me the way I look at you, and basically, be not just the father of the child, but a partner. And that's not what they agreed to. So she agreed that they would raise the child together, but then they would have their own lives and their own partners and everything. And it was about raising, being parents and raising the child, not about being a couple. But of course she did want him to do that, and she did get jealous the second he started seeing someone else. And it is, I don't know. I mean, I had an experience with someone who was kind of using me as a backup, and I don't want to generalize, but some people can be very selfish when it comes to situations like that, and they just want someone to come in and fill a particular role or do a particular thing, and it's all about them and what they want and need, and it's not about the other person or anything. So I'm not entirely objective when I look at her, because she basically, when she realizes that he's with the other guy that's not working for her, she basically asks him to move out. And it's like, you agreed to let him into this into your life as the father of this child, and now because it's not working for you, he's just gone. It's just like, like, what about him? And my experience totally changed the trajectory of my life and kind of ruined it. So I'm not exactly objective with this particular issue, but even though she wouldn't even know anything about that, but I'm not bitter. But fortunately, I know a few months passed. Oh no, actually a few years passed. They must jump like I don't know how. They jumped like 5-6 years or something, and Paul Rudd, who is a teacher at the school, they met not long after he sort of did a production, and he does it every year. And this year it's their child is in the production, and he's still with his partner. The ex of his partner is now friends, and he's like a family member. Nina ended up with this cop that she met who was interested in her, but he saw her with George and sort of didn't really pursue it, but obviously at some point they did. And yeah, they all sort of live happily ever after as one sort of big extended family, and there's a sweet ending where they're going out for coffee afterwards, and her daughter basically says, I had more people visit me in the audience, you know, to see me than anyone else, and it is nice. It's got a nice message overall. It is an enjoyable film. The couple of dramatic scenes work fairly well. The characters are believable. And yeah, feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. If you have seen the film, let me know what you think. If you haven't, you should see it. It's good. It's not really a comedy. It's not like My Best Friend's Wedding, where there are a few good scenes that will make you laugh out loud or cringe, with the cringe humor, which I don't always like cringe humor, but some people love it. This film's a little bit more serious, but a lot more balanced. It doesn't have these big dramatic moments, really. It's got a couple, but it's not. I don't know. It's just a nice little film. And next, I'm going to watch The Next Best Thing, and it's going to be interesting to see these three films together, and sort of compare them. But I'm going to go. Bye.